Good morning and welcome back to my channel. So excuse today's close. Just woke up. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I thought I'd better do this video because I've got a busy day with kids, and if I won't do it, I probably won't do it today, and I want to do it today because it's quite fresh still. So we're here to talk about the 5th week on Mounjaro and first dose of 5 milligrams. I've been on 4 weeks on 2.5 milligrams, and last week on Monday I went up to 5 milligrams. So let's talk about that. So to start with, I think I've been really worried and worrying myself really, reading up a lot about moving up, and more than that really, I just joined a couple of Facebook groups and they're all wonderful, but you get all sort of experiences, don't you? And a lot of people were saying that it was horrific experiences with moving up to 5. So I think I had that at the back of my head, and even though I didn't consciously thought about it or worried about it, I think it kind of just happened. So on the day, I take the jab on Mondays at 9 o'clock at night, so it's late enough so everybody's asleep, sort of thing. But on Monday last week, I think we had McDonald's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that was the only thing that I had. I think it was a burger, and that's all I had all day. And then when I got to take a jab, it was 9 o'clock, so it was a good few hours since I last had anything to eat. So maybe that influenced what I'm going to tell you about. So I took a jab. So I've done it all. Like I primed the pen, and then I injected him, and I thought, well, I feel a bit hungry. So I thought, I just had some leftover chicken. So I thought, I'll come sit down and I'll just eat a bit of chicken, and then I'll take myself to bed. But then I started feeling so dizzy. I started feeling so cold. My body kind of started shaking a little bit. And then I got in my head, obviously, I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So I had a little bit of a panic there. I kind of thought it's related to going up, but the other thing probably that's happened is, yes, I worked myself up a little bit unconsciously, worried about it, but also not having a food for so long probably affected it as well. So when that's passed, let me get the cat out. When that's passed, there was absolutely no difference. Honestly, I had exactly the same week as I had for the past 4 weeks. No side effects at all. Everybody's talking about these side effects. That's why it's so important to understand that everybody's so different, and everybody's gonna feel different on this medication. And I have not had any side effects that's extra on top of 2.5. Excuse my cat, it just likes to meow. So yeah, no side effects at all. I think I've had, from going on 2.5, I had constipation that I talked to you about last week, but I don't do any different apart from, you know, still taking psyllium fiber, isn't it? Psyllium fiber, I think it's called, and magnesium citrate, and I don't really have any issues. There's not more constipation than it was before, and I think I'm managing really well with these supplements. Now, maybe if I would have to like really, you know, scrape side effects here, maybe the tiredness. I think I'm a bit more tired But is that just getting used to it, and will that pass? I don't know, but I still, I manage. I've got kids, I've got no choice. You just still do what you need to do. So yeah, with side effects, I am here to assure you that if somebody had a bad experience going to 5, it is not, it doesn't mean that you are going to experience it, because right here, nothing, nothing. Saying nothing on the side effects, hunger has not changed as well. So I'm just wondering, did I take 2.5? I don't know. So yeah, there's no change in hunger. So the same kind of suppression, which is like I can eat, but it's usually 3 meals, which are lighter than usual anyway. But you manage to stay full for a longer time, right? So breakfast, I'm not really usually that bothered at all, but I try to have something so I don't get myself really, really hungry later in the day, if that would happen anyway. I don't know. So yes, no change in hunger. Even I actually thought I'm getting a little bit hungrier maybe. That was definitely the case yesterday, which is Sunday. And like I said, I take my jabs on Mondays. So that's like a day before the jab. Yesterday was weird. It was weird. It seems like I'd had the hunger noise back. I don't know what the food, well, it's food noise. I don't know what it is. I still didn't work it out. But yesterday I was like, I had 2 packs of crisps and I had a handful of Haribos. They were in the house and I kind of craved for them. And for the past 4 weeks, I've not had any sweets, not had any crisps. I had a couple of rice cakes, I think, in the crisp package things, salt and vinegar ones, the pretend crisps on it. But I was yesterday, I want some crisps, I'll have another one. And I still didn't feel that kind of, fullness. So I just thought yesterday, crikey, I'm going to take myself to bed early today because it's not looking good. And even though I kind of craved, I kind of also consciously thought, it's not the end of this, it's okay to dip a little bit and then just get back on it. I wasn't feeling too great with myself yesterday anyway, so that could have caused that. Mine is playing games. Yeah, so like I said, I've kind of craved yesterday, dipped a little bit, and yes, I did feel guilty a little bit, but then I just had a conversation with myself, and then I thought, no, I've done so well for 5 weeks, and just because of one day, I'm not gonna, and in other times, in other diets, I probably would be like, well, that's it now, innit? So let's just clean the kitchen and then clean the fridge and just have bread and butter, because obviously bread and butter. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. It's just a simple week, just like the week before, to be honest with you. So yeah, if you're moving up, don't worry. My goodness, really do not worry. It looked like nothing's changed apart from my own mind tricking me into thinking it's changed. So yeah, today is my second 5-week 5 milligram jab, and it's the start of 6th week on Mounjaro. I will do the weekly videos now, and then probably gonna do a whole monthly one to just put everything together, because some people might want to see weeklies and some just okay with monthlies, isn't it? Okay, so let's get to the juicy bit. I really thought that I haven't lost anything. In fact, I've weighed myself. I only weigh myself on Monday morning, so the day on the jab. but I kind of thought, oh, I've not lost anything this week, so I think I've got a cheeky weigh in on Friday or Saturday or something like that. And I didn't see any change, or it was very, very slight change. Very slight change, I think that's what it was. So I thought, oh, probably this week's just going to be like, you know, nothing. But I weighed myself this morning and I have lost this week only 1.8 kilograms, which is 3.9 pounds, which I think is probably the biggest loss that I've had in 5 weeks. Knowing that I eat the same and I had no more suppression than previous weeks indicates that maybe medication is doing something different behind the scenes, not just my calorie deficit. I don't know. Do I count calories? No. I said until I actually stop losing weight, then maybe I need to count calories. Right now, I don't need to count calories. I don't want to worry about that. Maybe sometimes mentally I do, 200, 300, 400 calories. Maybe I do it sometimes, but I don't want to get into a proper tracking and just being obsessed with it, because I tend to then, if I'll see that I didn't eat all the calories, I'll just eat just to get the calories up instead of just being okay with it. I'm fine, I'm happy, I eat enough, I'm full, don't need to worry. So my advice, don't worry. If you're losing weight, even if a little bit at a time, don't worry about, just getting everything, calculating everything, just chill. So 3.9 pounds. Strange. So altogether now in 5 weeks, so that's 2.5 for 4 weeks, and first week on 5 milligrams, I've lost 9.2 kilos, which is 20 pounds, or 20.2 pounds, which is, wow, it's actually amazing. Yeah, it's actually amazing. Like I said, I don't really notice it on my clothes that much. But then again, I wear weird things, like I don't wear jeans, or wear big tops and leggings, so I might not notice it. Now, the strangest thing, that is so strange, honestly, and fascinating. So I do measurements as well every week, and my waist shrunk by 5 centimeters, which is by 2 inches. That is major. Like, that's a lot, right? And my hips shrink by 4 centimeters, which is just above 1 inch. And that's just in 1 week. That's 1 week, that is, because I've done, I think altogether I've did lose a little bit more in the 5 weeks, but this is just this week alone, and that is crazy. Honestly, it's crazy. Now, but my body water keep increasing, which is really good, because I've got these scales and they tell you, not sure how accurate they are, but they keep saying that every week my water increases by 0.2% or something, so which is great, right? I'm drinking 3 liters of water every day. I don't know how it all works inside, but obviously something is happening. Apart from that, muscle mass is saying that it's decreased by 0.5. Okay, same as bone mass. So muscle mass and bone mass, it says it is decreasing. Same with like visceral fat and subcutaneous fat or something like that. So I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know about bone and muscle. I don't feel like they're going down. I mean, I feel like maybe a little bit of fat is going down, but I don't feel like muscle's going down. Also, I am going to gym, and I'm going to gym probably 4 to 5 to 6 times a week, and I don't like cardio, so I purely do strength training. And I do, one day I do top, mid the next day, and then the whole bottom, legs and everything the next day. So I don't know how I could lose muscle, because I find myself lifting heavier weights week by week, as you're obviously getting stronger, and muscles have memory, don't they? So yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm not too bothered about it, because I don't think that that's how it works entirely. Metabolic age is unfortunately still 39. I'm trying to get down to my actual age, which is 32, so I've got some years to catch up. So yeah, hopefully I'll be metabolically 32 before I'm 33. Yes, so I think that is it. Yeah, I've told you everything. So if you were worried about going up to 5 milligrams, don't worry. It's okay. Your body will deal with it how your body deals with it. But just because someone else had that experience doesn't mean that you're gonna have this in the same time. If I've had it really like no problems, it doesn't mean that you won't. So it's just how your body's taking it. But if you are okay on 2.5, more than likely you'll be okay, moving up. So yeah, meet me here next week. It's probably gonna be a bit later video, so I won't be in the dressing gown. And we'll talk about 5 milligram on week 2 and see if the losses are still so lovely and consistent. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched it all, I appreciate you. Thank you. I don't need to say to you that if you like such content, or you like me and listening to me, then subscribe or like or comment. How has it been for you? If you've moved up, I would love to hear from you. As you see, I don't have many subscribers, so I still have time, lots of time to reply to comments and read them. So yeah, thank you very much for being here. Be kind, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.